Okay. Hello. Shalom. I'm Shalom. Peace be upon you. Obadiana sunjwe and come on adofo mechiachia mo your followers. Mo a mo support yen, mo a mo boa yen, mo nyina ye chia mo nyina. I love you guys. You guys are really fantastic. You are the backbone of what we are doing. You are the backbone of this page, and you are the secret of the page. It is because of you that we are still moving on. We greeting all of you. I can't mention your names. I think I'll have one day to mention a whole lot of names to say how we cherish you, how we love what you are doing. Like the way I'm then I'm sharing crying and I say for the encouraging is too and the motivation is too high. Keep it up. Those of you too who don't like the thing but you are still watching, you are not okay with it but you are still watching, we are saying to you, keep watching and not liking it. You can still keep your negative comment coming because we really love it. We watch them and we love it. Brethren, this episode of this teaching is about the death of the Christ, the shadow figure, the figure with so many questions, in so many angles. Sa figure we ne hun sem bebre. Enya ono nko religious figures, most 90% of religious figures, omo nyina omo so sa omo nsem bebre kwa unhu so whether omo ni ho they've been there. Like it's some kind of rough, but the problem is we don't check, we don't cross check things, we don't ask questions, we don't learn. Reading podie bo enu de yempe enu ntina it appears to us say things are okay or everything is all right. I bet you nothing is all right. Ne o no and I can masem. You see, when it comes to Christianity, the death of Christ is so clear. It's so known. In Christian religion, quite clear. Obia nim wabewu apepa boni, wabewu apepa adasamai boni, wabewu ama adasamai anya dankwa. So this is it. His death is to worship or to clean our sins, to wash our sins away, to give us everlasting life. Enuna Christianity enina menuna eda obia num. The second patriarchal religion, the second Abrahamic religion, enuna eda omo nyina omo num. Akwala kitwa mpo nim saade yi. All everybody knows this. Now, it's interesting that this thing that is common in Christendom and idea here eye common ewo Christopher ntem wabewu age yankwa wabewu apepa ye boni ni nasefo nyina no. If you go to the books when you are a reader and you start to check the various sects of Christianity, you realize that there's a serious argument, misunderstanding, different opinions concerning this death of the Christ. Just like the way now walk historical background any nasefo nyina ni hunsem aye piso ni hunsem adoso. The same thing applies to death, the death. So many school of thought. This is what is happening. And no any problem e wo. And your point number 1. Point number 2. Even in the Bible na nkasa no, contradicting when it comes to this death thing. Now, patriarchal religions and Abrahamic religions, are good in something. They are good in leaning on each other, and they are good in backup. Like omo backup, omo support omo. And on Tuba say, for Christianity to emerge, Yaya say yakwa kope prophecy efi Old Testament mu. Yaya say yakwa kope prophecy efi Old Testament mu. We want to look for prophecy from the Old Testament because we want to get backup from Judaism. Now, when Christianity emerged, the next one and also your patriarchal religion, last one Islam no, and also of a prophecy, Judaism, of a prophecy, every Judaism, or a backup, every Jew for and also a backup, every Christo for. So you see these prophecies. You see there's a prophecy of the of Prophet of Islam, Prophet Muhammad. There's his prophecy in Old Testament. There is his prophecy in New Testament. This Deuteronomy 18:18, prophecy of Prophet Muhammad. Nayaba New Testament, prophet of Prophet Muhammad. The reason is that you have a backup. Now, if indeed I didn't feed Nyame and I didn't feed the supreme being, the creator, the source of life, Oba Tampanyame, Atana Anyumo, the mother of universe, ni one fi ba. Honestly, unhiya backup when now. You don't need all these backups. Where are you taking these backups to? Do you need someone to back you up? If you really have a point from the source of creator, the supreme being, no. You see, let me give you a practical example. I'm a human being that was emerged or created by the supreme being, the source of life, the mother of universe. That's what I am. I don't need a backup somewhere to confirm me being a human being created from the supreme being, and I've been created by the supreme being. Me pe backup do you also pe backup Obo ade no no obo onni backup pe backup wo be bia e ba confirm say obo ade na abo. The fact that you are here, your existence alone is showing that obo ade no ene ebo ena obai. So this backup and all this noise, where is it coming from? This is the problem. So in the point of your friend is saying death of Christ, when you prove this point, if this is really true, sasadia way and say wabewu ajiyankwa wabewu apepa ye boni wabewu amaye dankwa. This is very serious. This makes God wicked being, or this makes God a business-oriented God. Ama ebema nyame a business-oriented nyame. You know why? Oye ne nyama te say nipa. So this God is some kind of way. Like a Jew bibi and sanama. Like how? A Jew bibi and sanama bibi. The reason why we have this give and take thing is because we are humans. And humanity is full of deficiency. This is one point, and it is real. Humanity is full of deficiency. Now, because we are full of deficiency, there's always something that we are lacking. Now, if I'm lacking something and you have the thing, and you are also lacking something and I have it, we exchange. This is why we live. So this is what it means to be human. Deficiency. You have something I don't have. I have something you do not have. So I give you mine, I give you mine that you want, that you don't have. Then you give me yours that you have, that I don't have and I want. This is it. Because we are humans. This is the law of deficiency between humans. But God, being over robots, he has everything. He created everything. What does he want? What does he want that he will need to give out someone? He will have to kill someone for us to be saved. But this is the point. Abrahamic religion, patriarchal religion, assume some way Judaism podium, because there's some kind of smartness there. But Christianity and Islam, the only thing is that men dream. If you are thinking being and they hankaling kana aiki, kada wadanga dinin ga kun samu masala. Gaskiya shi da ne, in ka fara kana tunani, wadanga addinai ga ka samu masala da su. If you start to think, if you start to reason, you have problem with these religions because so that is it. Now, having said that, let's go to the second point. The second point is that in the Bible, a whole contradictions concerning the death. In the first place, there is no clear-cut statement in the Old Testament or Torah that prophesies the death of Jesus. But like they fix it. They concord it and they fix it. Omu ya geda o ridi a obe say ya geda ebinu ne omu believe in ne owo no omu try some benya by hook and crook omu person benya prophecies no ma ya gidi sana aba. And with all those prophecies they've got, they think they are claimed or they assume prophecies that they have, and when still they have a problem because it is contradicting itself. Because if the original plan of God is to kill him so that we will be saved, to kill him so that we will get salvation, to kill him so that our sins will be washed off, or to kill him to get our sin eradicated. Now, the question is this: why do we need, why should Jesus himself lament while he was on the point of death? I didn't say oba neba no yes oba bewu abeji yankwa na wewu na wama down kwa. I didn't think no anya problem owo no ba no. I didn't think no anya problem. Akoye to say obi a yesi edwuma we na oba beye we ji etum say me kɔ ha edwuma we na me kɔ akoye afa ye de edwuma na ama ho wo ye edwuma no complaining. You came to die, so why are you lamenting? Yes, in the book of Psalm chapter 22 verse 1, he was lamenting at the point of death. He was lamenting also. And I assume pony and one or lament say nyami apono, which means it wasn't the original plan. It was not part of his plan. He didn't even want to die. So you think Sanke be or one bed defending and see, because Psalm chapter 22 verse 1 also say nyame apono obi a oba be wu no also say nyame apono say, and one say anka obewu e wasumdwe mu, you even embrace the death like as I say when it because after na ojuma oba be no ba complete, but here you have problem with it. This is the problem. So where ye enubi eninie emfa or lamente or say yes obewu amayen on so baby unu or lament, like which a big time contradiction who the kwa dream. In fact, after in somewhere in the Bible the same thing almost say or adina a woman bano or bompa yes sa cap no sa owo kuruwa no sa owo cap no or boa de no ebeye ni pair on yim fi so you don't read. You don't read the Bible. You see, the Bible is the book that is common in your hand that you can read. You don't read. We do not read. Apart from other books that are talking of other things and all that, we don't read. ebe ya obo ade no ana God nyame eyi sa kuruwa no ana sa cap no efi no so. This is what he said himself. So someone that is meant for death, why is he praying for the dead to skip him? Why is he praying to escape the death? Wohu emfa wodu wenum okika nyama bomu na oyi bi fi mu na otiti bi fi mu a emfa. The calculation, the mathematics is not adding up. This is a big problem, and this is what your faith is based on. When ye ofapima a wo de konya me ho aba bibini ko bibini aden. So this is the problem. This is the problem. So right now with Christianity you clear like obewu all those crashes. But now the religion that came after Christianity, which is the third patriarchal religion, and also Edeni Semaba concerning Owui. And on ABI you are not acquainted with. ABI no and no Anna made him close this part of episode. ABI you better visit that point beyond because he has started religious heroes now, characters now. You better come once a month. You better that point where you better discussing Jesus more than this into details. All the lies and all those things you be hearing in APN as if for. Now I saw someone wrote something some time ago. Now or say Jesus near too. But we are real and about we are myth. Like fine. Myth one no one like how can you differentiate the two? But we are myth, but we are I don't know. This is the point. So when we get to the religious figures, you better have a point to issue. Now, majority of Christians say fine, we understand, which has so many contradictions the way I can. But Quran, which is the book and the foundation of the third patriarchal religion, which is Islam, has said something about this death. And seriously, and so confused because Christianity, majority of Christians are obedient for a point to say Yesu berema Yesu Christo wa bewu aje omunkwa omumpo de omanya point ba ko agena so. Even if it is not true, even if it has no basis, omumpo de omanya point agena so. But Quran mu ni Quran de ba ye efa eno esumu a creative division kasia ba ko esumu mu a abesi ne sa division no wo a kramofo menu we kramofo ada kramofo ni sa other set of Islam no omuntem nya ba ko ama ebinum didi omu atem ebinum se ombeko jem ebini and then jai nsem no doson. Like this is the thing. The death of Christ in the Quran is more confusing because the Christians, whether they have basis or they don't have basis, they know that he died. Whether it is true, it's not true, it doesn't matter. So at least they got a point to stand on. But with Quran, what is in the Quran is confusing. In fact, more than confusing. Now this is the point. Now the verse that talked about the death of Christ in the Quran, we have two verses relating to this point. Now, one of it is Quran chapter number 3. The one that is in Quran chapter number 3, verse 57, it's amazing, or 55 rather, in 55 is amazing. It's amazing. 55, Quran chapter number 3, verse 55. The verse over there is really amazing. Like, amazing and confusing. I think of it and I don't get it. I really don't get it. When the time we were religious, we were trying to defend those things. But this verse is indefensible. Untumin defende. Uwo choice menu. You only have two ways. And the two ways you can't go with both. You choose one. Because the verse is not clear. the verse is not clear. Now listen, this is what the verse is saying. Quran chapter number 3, verse 55. If qala Allah ekasa, if kai ana ka qala Allah, mriana Allah ka say ya Isa, oh Isa, which is Esau in Hebrew, which is Jesus, ya Isa, inni nukre me Allah mutawafika mekun mi ba bekun mutawafika mi ba bekun. The word mutawafika mi ba bekun mi yawkun for mutawafika mi yawkun for. Let's stop here. The word mutawafika, there is two common words in Arabic language for death. One is al-maut, which is clearly means death. It is from the word al-maut, which is clearly death, that Hausa man got his word for death, mutua, maut, mutua, maut, mutua. That is where Hausa, you know, Hausa language has so many Arabic in it. Maut, mutua. Okay, fine. Now, this maut word clearly, it has no two ways. Maut means death. So that one is clear. So in Hausa, they say mutua. And then the second word that is referred to death in Arabic is wafat. Wafat. It is also mutua. That is what is used here. It is also mutua. It is also death. That is what is used here. Now, it is used here because the way it is used here as mutawafika, because it has been combined between the subject, the object, and the subject, meaning the doer and the one that the act has been done upon, meaning the one that will die and the one that will cause him to die. That is why it is said mutawafika. So wafat is also death. Al-maut is also death. Now, when you say al-maut in Arabic, it is clear as death. But wafat is also means death. But wafat, how someone call al-maut mutua? By wafat is some kind of raswa. Now, the word raswa in Hausa means arasab, like to lose something. So when someone dies or when one passed on, it is referred to in Hausa language sometimes as we've lost him. Just like the way in English we say, so we've lost him. So when you lost someone to death, it is raswa, and that raswa is what Arab man call wafat. That's what Arab man call wafat. So wafat can also mean raswa. But right now, the word is saying that inni mutawafika, I will cause you to die. I will cause you to die. Mekun, memma wewu. Now here, if not because of the second verse that we talked about, that is rebuking and refusing that Jesus was killed, this would have been enough to say that Jesus in Quran confirmed that Jesus is dead. That is why I said in Quran, the issue of Jesus is dead or Jesus is not dead is very, very confusing, is very, very problematic, and it can never be solved. See, no malam can solve it clearly for you. Ba wani malami da zai iya solve wanga masala, da zai iya gyara wanga, zai iya warware wanga. Duk wani abin da za a faɗi kame ne, ba solution karya ne. Duka kame kameni. All whatever they will tell you, the Malams will tell you about this verse as compared to the second verse that we're going to talk about, it's a lie. My dear, it's a lie. Kame kameni. It's just like beating around the bush. It cannot be confirmed. So the verse is saying, mutawafika. Mutawafika, the word is to cause you to die. But the problem here is that in the other side, the other verse is saying that he's not dead. But now look at the thing. The idea is two different things. There is killing and there is death. It's not the same. So this Quran chapter number 3 verse 55 is the reason of the big Islamic sect in the world to say that Jesus was dead. That is the sect of Ahmadiyya. Ahmadiyya sect stand on this verse. One of their proofs is this verse that Jesus was dead. Jesus was dead. And other Muslims think Ahmadiyyas are bad, are unprofessional Muslims, they are unqualified Muslims, they are fake Muslims, they are rotten Muslims, because one of their beliefs is that Jesus is dead, and they think Quran says Jesus was not dead. So let's continue with the verse. See, mutawafika. Now the word mutawafika means raswa, to cause you to die. And then warafi'uka ilayya, I will cause you to die and lift you and raise you to my side. I will cause you to the mekum na so abamebo. You see, the problem here with the verse is that mutawafika, I will cause you to die, and rafi'uka, and I will lift you to my side. This is the confusion point. How can you cause someone to die, and after causing him to die, then you will lift them? Cause one to die and lift him or her to you. So in the verse itself, there is some kind of contradiction, there is some kind of confusion. I will cause you to die, because there is no any other interpretation for this verse unless wafat, unless death. Now, don't worry, we will come back to discuss the word wafat properly. So this is what the verse is saying. Mutawafika, I will cause you to die. Mema wewu, mekum warafiuka, na mama so mekum wa. The wa here, the word wa here means end. So it's like this. In me mutawafika, nukura me say mekum wa na rafiuka ilayya, na mama so abamiho. See, I'll cause you to die and raised you to me. This point is confirming the death and resurrection doctrine of the Christians. Yes, because two things has been made: death and raising you up. You see, Quran chapter number 3 verse 55. How can you solve this? This verse alone is a problem. As if this is not enough problem, the other verse that we'll talk about is more problematic. And we go now say na kasheka na rasaddakai. Unless you use the mutawafika here as I'll make you vanish. Remember why I'll make you lost. Maybe you lost, you ubeira. Remember why I'll make you lost. So after making you lost, vanish, disappear, unless you use. So those that think this word is not for death, the only chance they have in the verse is that maybe God is saying you will make him lost, and you are not sure of this. They are not sure. They will just say it's a conjunction. They are not sure. Basu bakaya katabatar baka ka tabbatar mutuwa ne ko ba mutuwa bane baka iyawa don Qur'ani bai fadi ba haka Qur'ani ya aje shi. So it is either they say he is lost, ya bace ne, is disappeared, wayira oyira wiye yan ena ye man so. This is the confusion in the verse. Now, say inni mutawafika wa rafi'uka ilayya, na mama oso ede aba mewo ilayya, na mama oso ede aba mewo wa mutahiruka, na masama nhwate, then I will purify you, I will cause you to die. That is, if you interpret the word as death, or I will cause you to lost, I will cause you to disappear, I will cause you to vanish. That is, if you go with disappearing, vanishing, or losing. If you go with this, and because it is in the Quran and this is the way it is, you don't have any proof to blame someone that said he's dead. You don't have a proof to blame someone that goes with the word, or someone that interpreted the word as death. Unni baka da wannan hanya tunda cikin Qur'ani yake, in kai wurinka mutawaffi kamanan shi Allah ya bari ya bace ba su gan shi ba ya bace to koyi daga shi sama batun ka kenan. In wani kuma ya ce shi kuma wurin shi mutawaffi ka mutuwa ne, baka da hanya kai fada da shi, don shi sauran musulmai da kuke fada da Ahmadiyya ko Kadiyaniya don sun ce ya mutu nan, me hujjanku? The other Muslims that are saying Ahmadiyyas are unqualified Muslims because they said he's dead, because they interpreted this verse as he's dead. Mo point then. You don't blame anybody because the Quran was not clear. Quran means not clear. And in Islamic religion, Quran is the number one book. Quran is the number one book. And it's not clear, and someone chose that he's dead. And the other person, and you think, no, he has disappeared. Into how many saying? You guys are all speaking from the Quran. So why are you lambasting the other? This is the problem of patriarchal religions. This is the problem of Abrahamic religion. Cohabitation is a problem. If you don't belong to them, you are their enemy. If you have been with them before and you left them, you are the worst enemy. If you don't belong to them, you are the enemy, but the least one. But if you have been there before and you left, you are the worst enemy. Where they have power, they must slaughter you. Come on, meaning it. What is that? So this is the point. And I'll make you pure. Mema unhuate. Mina ledina kafaru. Mema unhuate. Esini niya. Mina ledina kafaru. Those who don't, I'll purify you above those who don't believe in you and those who don't believe in me. And the verse continues. The point I wanted to make, I've made the point already. This is the point. Now listen to me, my dear. In Islamic fundamental jurisprudence laws, we have how we handle verses or texts that are ruling texts, texts that are giving rulings, texts that are giving judgment, texts that are giving verdict. Now, texts that are used for rulings, judgment, and verdict are handled in two ways. They have what they call Zonniyu Dilala, and they have what they call Qat'iyu Dilala. The Malams know what I'm talking about. In Usul Fiqh, we have what they call Zonniyu Dilala in Arabic. Zonniyu Dilala is any text that is not clear, that can be interpreted in two ways. Any text that has ambiguity, or any text that the ambiguity is very high, they call it Zonniyu Dilala. So what it means is that if one person picks one side of it and the other person picks one side of it, none of them should be blamed. So why are you blaming Ahmadiyyas? Because this verse is one of the verses that fall under what they call Zonniyu Dilala, because the point made in this verse is not clear. And the verse here is not abrogated one. So Muhammad is saying, you see how it is confusing. Stick to us. We'll finish it. with the next verse, which is more troublesome and problematic. That no malam, ba malami Muslim dunia, they say yes, solve shede kame njini neche. No malam on earth can solve this puzzle, this problem. In Quran chapter number 3, verse 55. Stick to us. There's more coming. You see, it is getting interesting. Until we meet again, my loved ones, and even the haters, I say to you,